Joining us, though, right here to kick off hour number 2 in our studio here at Gather on Broadway in downtown Green Bay is none other than the WWE superstar and the man who just took down the main event in WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas, Nevada. Ladies and gentlemen, Seth Rollins back here, one of our favorites.
Thank you. Thank you. I am upset, however, you set me right here next to this Green Bay Packers helmet. In my beautiful blue and orange, I am disgusted. I'll be okay.
We are in Rome, you know.
I know.
Not Roma Dunze, but we're in figurative Rome, you know. Like, come on, man. I mean, what am I going to do,
you know,
right?
This is the only time I have a little bit of respect for the Packers. When I come to this city, you can feel the aura. You can feel the vibe. You go down by Lambeau. I was there earlier today. It's a different energy, man. It's a special football city. What they've got here is unlike any other franchise in the entire NFL. It's the only time my heart warms a little, just a tiny bit. I'm like the Grinch when I come to Green Bay. Just a little. It grows one size, you know?
Last night, when the Bears chose last night, and the Bears logo showed up on the screen, and there were boos all over the place.
Yeah.
But then the commissioner mentioned, you know, the passing of Mongo, the great Mongo of the Chicago Bears, you know, and the crowd got quiet.
Yeah.
And then he mentioned Walter, because of Walter Payton Man of the Year, and the crowd was respectfully quiet.
Yes.
Then when the commissioner was done with that and says, and now with the 10th overall pick, and the boos started again.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a neat sort of what you kind of just said, right?
Yes, there's respect.
That their hearts de-iced appropriately.
Yes.
You know, with Steve McMichael's passing. And, you know, like that was a neat moment last night.
I mean,
but then they started booing again. Now we're back to hating each other.
As they should. And when I come out, please give it to me. Give me everything you've got.
That's tonight? We're doing this tonight?
Tonight, I will be doing a pick for the Chicago Bears. You know, assuming they make a pick, who knows? You know, draft days are crazy. Trades can happen. But I'm being honored to do a pick tonight for the Chicago Bears. So I'm hoping when I get out on that stage, I get that good juju. But yeah, it's very cool. It's a very respectful rivalry. You know, obviously, when it's time on the gridiron to go, they're fighting like dogs out there. But, I mean, with Steve McMichael, Walter Payton, I mean, there's respect. There's respect. So I dig that. I appreciate that, Green Bay. I do.
But tonight.
Tonight, give it all to me.
You're healed tonight.
Yeah, whatever you were saving up, you know, during that last night pick, give it all to me tonight. I can take it. I promise. I'll give it right back to you.
So do you have it planned, or you're just going to go from the gut? Like, what do you got planned?
You know, I got a few hours left to come up with some stuff. I don't know how hard I want to go either. You know, I'm kind of in the middle. I'm like, look, I'm going to push it a little bit for sure. I'm kind of deciding how far I want to push it, though. So we'll see. I got some things in mind. I'll line something up good. I promise I won't disappoint.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm a Michigan Wolverine.
Nice.
So I can attest to who your team chose last night in Colston, Loveland.
Because I don't know a lot about Loveland. Did we get a baller?
You got a baller.
Nice.
You got one of the best Michigan Wolverines ever on offense.
Wow.
Certainly at the tight end position.
Okay.
He is really outstanding and going to be a new BFF for Caleb Williams.
I'm very excited to see what he can do. I know there's a lot of potential. So everybody asked me, what did you think of the pick? And I didn't really, he wasn't on my radar. I think Tyler Warren as a tight end was the guy that everybody was looking at. If he was there at 10, the Bears were probably going to take him. But I was shocked. And so when I, got the name Loveland, all right, I went back and looked. Picked up the pieces. A lot of potential there.
He's really great.
A ton of potential. I think he's going to be great with Ben Johnson and his scheme.
He'll be the Sam Laporta of the situation. Obviously they hit the crap out of the offensive line in the free agency period. And so that will be hopefully better for Caleb to
can't be worse
to be better. And now that's definitely one way to look at it. And then Colston Loveland is really, really good. But again, I'm biased. He also knows how to win championships.
I like winners.
Well.
Yeah, I like winners. But, yeah, I mean, another weapon for Caleb, another weapon for Ben Johnson. Kid can block a little bit, too. So I'm really excited to see kind of what this offense looks like going into the season.
And plus, at least you got what you expected. You kind of wanted a tight end out of this draft. You got one, maybe
somewhere,
not the one maybe that you thought if Tyler Warren and Colston Loveland were on the board. So I'm here to cape for that. At least you're not the Miz.
Wow.
Come on.
And this is a real photograph that's been put out there. This is real because you confirmed. The Miz was on a plane last night, and this was the Miz when he learned that the Browns traded out and didn't take Travis Hunter. So this
Angelo Dawkins who posted.
Oh, Dawkins, who's a Bengals
fan. Yes, as a matter of
who
fact.
he wanted. Very happy with his pick, I think. That's amazing. That's
so because I texted him. I'm like, is this a real photograph of you? And he wrote this back. If you can make this a little bigger on the screen right here, he wrote, yes, unfortunately. The entire plane was staring at me because I was bragging we were getting the best football player in the draft.
That's so Miz. That's so Browns. Oh, I love it. I love it. In all due respect, they got a nice little haul for the pick.
They did. And again, I'm a Michigan guy. They got Mason Graham, who is outstanding.
Yes.
But
it depends on, I mean, look, if you feel like Travis Hunter's a generational two-way player and a special guy, which I think a lot of people are hoping he can be, you know, then you trade back and get a very unsexy offensive lineman. You know, that again, very, very Cleveland Brown.
But it's also, as you point out, so Miz for him to walk on a plane and announce to the plane, by the way, as we're all flying here, the Browns are about to get the best player in the draft.
That's
they trade him and somebody takes picture.
That's Mikey, baby. That's the Miz. God bless him. I love it. His confidence. But you know what? Today, there he is. I love the passenger. Like, this girl's going to go viral. Like,
Right?
She's alarmed by what she's seeing.
Everyone's wondering who she is right now.
She's not used to it. She's like, who is this nut job sitting next to me? Who is this psychopath? You can see it in her eyes. She is concerned for her own well-being and for his.
The amount of memes that are going to come up.
Oh, yeah. That's a future meme right there.
It's like, what?
I love it.
I know the feeling, you know.
So Miz, so Brown, says Seth Rollins, and you're not wrong. That is in 4 words exactly that photograph.
Perfect. It sums it all up.
Seth Rollins here on the Rich Eisen Show.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.